Hi there people, it's Louise. This video is going to be a walkthrough of a deck originally created by Angelo Valla in 1790 in Trieste. Well, I wanted to do a walkthrough of this deck no matter what, but actually I had to do it now because you see the deck here. I had to do it now because I was watching Annika from Nobody Here and her walkthrough of the new second edition of the Marshmallow Marseille, and I realised that the deck that I just received the day before that seemed to be very closely related to the Marshmallow Marseille, and so that's why I really needed to do this video now and not postpone it anymore. So thank you for that, Annika. I'm going to show you the book here just briefly. Der Lombardische Tarot. Peter Ortmann did this book with the deck inside. It's supposed to be here, falling out like a waterfall, you know, when you open up the book. And in the book he goes through all the 78 cards in the deck. And the book is in German, so if you are interested, you need to brush up or whatever you need to do to be able to read this if you're not a German speaker. The deck is here, and I'm going to flip the camera over so you can actually see the deck. Now I'm going to show you the cards and try to talk a little bit while we go through them about the things that I discovered about the deck. So we have the Fool here. Let's see if you can get it even closer there. Yeah, it's better. Okay, we have the Fool. Le Paddleur. I myself, unfortunately, do not have the Marshmallow Marseille. So you guys actually having this deck, please write your comments below and tell me what you think of the idea of comparing this deck to the Marshmallow Marseille. I really do think that this must be the deck that the authors of the Marshmallow Marseille mention on their website as the inspiration for their contemporary deck. Beautiful Papesse. Look at her. To see her up close. Isn't she gorgeous? And the colours are so beautiful. A little bit faded, but sort of watermelon and dark blue night sky, yellows and this greyish blue palette. I mean, it's really beautiful. Yeah. So sorry, trying to focus a bit here. So there we go. We have the Empress, the wings, the shield, the Emperor. Now it seems that, oh, you have to see this. You have to see the Pope. You have to see this guy in his face. Isn't it just gorgeous? And he's holding his heart, looking very gentle. Now, I tried to do some research about this Angelo Valla deck. And as I said, it was created originally in 1790, according to British Museum, and now it seems to me that there are two sorts of decks, which is somehow the same. I mean, the basic sketchings are the same, but the colouring differs, and the back of the cards differ as well. The version I'm sitting with here that Peter Ortmann recreated has, which maybe you can tell if I put it a bit closer up here, that there is a blue line. Oh, hang on. No, the sun is coming. It's really going to be difficult to see. So, but you can tell that there is like a slight blue colour going all the way up here, and slightly over here, and just actually quite a lot down here. And it seems that this deck, with the blue frame, so to say, is actually the one having a sort of blueprint, a blueprint on the backs by some male figure or something like that. At least according to the card gaming museum, the Deutsches Spielkartenmuseum, and the hermit, isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. Sorry about that extreme sun ray. It's, well, quite enlightening, isn't it? So, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, I believe that the deck that Peter Ortmann reproduced is what I'd call the blue deck, and the one that is in possession of Deutsches Spielkartenmuseum. Because actually there is also another deck, it seems, and this other deck is in the British Museum. And the cards that they actually have on their website are not quite the same as those. It seems that the sketched lines are sort of nearly the same. But the colouring is quite different. Not completely different, but there are quite a lot of variations. And the funny thing is that they do not have this blue, as you can see clearly here. The blue framing, they have a red frame. And it also says that on the website of the British Museum that this deck, made by Angelo Valla in 1790, has backs with a woman with grapes in her hand, and it is printed in red. So the British Museum seem to have what I would call a red version of this Angelo Valla deck, and the Deutsches Spielkartenmuseum seems to have a blue version that Peter Ortmann discovered, and then did a remake of in 1998, I think. Just check in the book. Here we have your devil. Let me see, I think it's 1998. I'll just show you here for a moment. Yeah, you can see here. Maybe you can tell. Yeah. Originalausgabe. So the original version, it says, of this deck, of this set of deck and book. Yeah. So 20 years ago I saw this deck, and it seems, as I understand from my very rusty German abilities, it seems that that nobody did a reproduction of this one before. So yeah, you have your tower and the star. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, got some shadowing here. Shadows here. Now, for example, the moon here in the Marshmallow Tarot, or Marshmallow Marseille, the dog is painted blue on the right. The right side dog, the right-hand dog, is painted in blue, I believe, or maybe none of them are painted in blue. Honestly, I don't remember. Just saw the walkthrough of Annika, and let me see if I did any notes about the dogs. I think I did. Maybe I forgot. Well, but you'll have to tell me, you guys, having the marshmallow Marseille, which of the dogs are actually coloured. I mean, I remember this lunar card as being very beautifully done in the marshmallow Marseille with a lovely palette of colours. Yeah. So the sun, the sun. So, for example, on this is the blue deck, and the Charles vest is painted in this bluish, greyish blue colour on the right side here, and in the red deck, in the British Museum, it is the other side of the vest which has been painted blue, as well as just only one side of his trousers is painted blue, and the other side is simply beige, like the top. So there are slight differences, but it seems that the marshmallow Marseille was actually created with inspiration from this blue deck. In the red deck, you would have the clouds here in various colours. I think they're both green and blue, etc. Very beautiful as well. Actually, it's a very beautiful deck, the red one. You can try and look it up at the British Museum's archives. It's lovely, so beautiful. But this one is too, to be honest. Really beautiful, more sort of more gentle in the colouring. As far as I remember, Marshmallow Marseille also has a completely yellowish circle here going on. In the red deck, you have two of those parts of the circle painted dark green, I think. It doesn't seem to me either that look at that lion. I mean, I always loved the lions in the world images of Marseille decks. I mean, they are always having this very peculiar expression, and you're always thinking, what is going on? You know, what's he lurking at? Well, so here come to the pips, and I think I'm just going to maybe shut up a bit if I can, and just let you enjoy the deck. Yeah, as you can see that there are slightly sort of, there's this turquoise printing the stake here, as well as here, I think. So, I mean, cardstock wise, printing wise, this deck is not for connoisseurs, it's not for feinschmeckers. It's really not impressive, but I don't mind. I mean, I find this deck so pretty and so inviting. So we have your page of wands, and oh yeah, you have those very stylish horses in this deck. I love how they're painted grey bluish, you know, it's great, very stylish. Oh, and the Queen of Wands. Love her. You can tell here. You can see her face. The colouring is beautiful. Sort of aquarelle. King of Wands. So here comes the swords. Now there are also slight differences in some of the pips, but it is only the wands as far as I remember. No, it's the pentacles. Last but not least. Let's have a look at them when we get to them. Another stylish horseman and horse. Oh, Queen of Swords. You see very clearly the blue frame. Cups. And here, Two of Cups, as usual. You have your mark. You have your signature, so to say. Fabbrica di Angelo Valla in Trieste. Gorgeous. Now I think the marshmallow Marseille is quite different when it comes to the plants and leaves, flowers, etc. The ornaments of the pips. That seems to have been changed somewhat. Gorgeous, this one. So no growing of plants here. The 8, 9 and 10 of Cups. Yeah, and the difference, another difference between the red and blue deck is also that in the red deck you have 3 dots down here. 3 very clear, distinct red dots in the Page of Cups, as far as I remember. Oh, look at this guy. And the King of Cups has the 3 dots as well. Quite mysterious, isn't it? I mean, why are they there? And if anybody knows if this is like some sort of common feature that I really haven't heard about, please let me know. Here comes Pentacles. No, it doesn't say anything here, you know, there's no inscriptions here. Maybe that is only a French tradition, I don't know. Please do inform me if you know. So far you see there is sort of a very sort of fainted printing going on this 4 of Pentacles, and from now on the rest of the pips in the Pentacles slightly differ from the red deck. So in the red deck, those 2 ornaments are just more widely open, whereas those are much more enclosing of this pentacle in the middle. Small stuff like that, but clearly different in every card. The 5th, the 6th, and the 7th Pentacles as well. In the red deck you don't have this ribbon at all hanging down here. So it seems that they were redone. This one also being quite different than the red deck, I remember. 8 of Coins, Pentacles, and then you have this little tiny flower, sorry, the 9, That was the 9. And then here you have this tiny, sorry about the lighting, guys. The sun has really surprised me a bit. It's been cloudy all day long, and now it's coming back. This heat wave through Europe. Tiny flower in the middle of the pentacles. So yeah, the courts in the pentacles suit are completely like the completely alike when it comes to the red and the blue deck. Yeah, and I think this guy also has the 4 or 3 dots down there, as far as I remember. Another stylish horse, love them. And here they made some sort of spelling mistake. Yeah, I think it was spelling. They simply, I think they were supposed to be. It was supposed to say épée down here, but it's actually les deniers. So yeah, I was a bit confused when I opened the deck at first. I thought they'd given me sort of 2 strange knights of the same suit. Here we have. Oh God, this is so dark. Yeah. And finally, King of Pentacles with his crown down here. So guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little pearl of gorgeous images and colours. Please let me know if you have any comments and any ideas or any critique or whatever in the comments below. Love to hear from you. Ciao.